advance his options for the number 3 overall pick, which means Justin Fields would be available for teams picking after San Francisco. Any number after 3. So, Brandon, the team you'd like to see draft Justin Fields is blank.
Oh, this is easy. This is a no-brainer. Well, shoot, excuse me, I'm one step ahead. I got to go with the Patriots, excuse me. I got to go with the Patriots because it comes down to coaching. Why? Because you have Josh McDaniels, you have Bill Belichick. A player wants structure. A player wants discipline. That's why we've never seen guys shy away from going to New England. You know, the Randy Mosses back in the day, they don't care about, you know, the Patriot way and the perception of it. Is it tough? Is it too tough? How is it day to day? Guys want to go and they want to be successful. They want to be set up for success. If you give a player an opportunity to be successful, they will thrive. So you take a guy like this who seems like he's sliding, you put him in that system with Josh McDaniels and Bill Belichick, I truly believe he'll thrive. So excuse me for that, but I got to go with the Patriots.
Okay, so my answer is inspired by each of my 3 colleagues' commentary on different things. So when I hear Brandon talk about Justin Fields, I hear him talk about how he is ready for the biggest stage, how what he did at Ohio State taught him about how to, in trying to bring college football back this season, he's ready to be a leader on the biggest stage in potentially the biggest market. Wild's love affair with Joe Judge has made me really look hard at the New York Giants' weapons. And Jenna's insistence that you really do need a special type of experience to be able to deal with the New York media market has made me say we've connected him to the Jets, but why not the Giants? They don't have a quarterback. If he's going to fall, they're sitting there at 11 and could maybe move up. They've got Saquon. They've got great weapons all across that offense. So I would like to see him go to the Giants, get another really good quarterback in the NFC East to go along with Dak, and see if they can get back on track. So my answer is the Giants, and I hope the audience heard that because I think I cut out there for a moment.
But do you believe in the coaching, though, Nick? Nick, you had an opportunity to pick any team. Do you truly believe in the coaching there, Coach Judge? You want to put the kid in that situation?
Listen, I think Judge is wild. I think your guy Judge is a little goofy, but his players did seem to play hard for him, and they won. They weren't terrible at the end of last season. What were you calling timeout about, Wilds? Why'd you call timeout?
Because they weren't terrible.
Because sometimes the hottest takes come across in the quietest ways. You can't just in the middle of your answer say they don't have a quarterback. What? You just can't say, you just dropped in a huge Danny Dimes diss just quietly in your answer, like they don't have a quarterback, and everyone's all like, oh yeah, they don't have a quarterback.
That's been his thing for a long time.
What about Danny Dimes? Danny Dimes is good to the point where Giants ownership is saying that he could see him winning a Super Bowl. Danny Dimes is good, Jenna. Believe in Danny Dimes. Believe in Joe Judge. Believe in anyone with alliterative names. My answer is Bears. We know that the Bears need a quarterback. The Bears don't have a quarterback, even though they're willing to put out tweets about Andy Dalton. But we know Andy Dalton is a rental at best.
QB1.
We know that the Bears gave a big, huge package to Seattle. They're hunting for a lifeboat that the Bears executives can hang their hat on and be like, oh, don't worry, the future's brighter. So if they packaged up a little bit similar to what they tried to give Seattle, move up into Carolina's spot, who I think Carolina wants to give Sam Darnold a chance, and get before the Broncos, because the Broncos are going to grab a QB. I think it's the Bears for Justin Fields. Nice little Midwestern connection, Jenna.
I love all 3 of those answers. Giants, Patriots, Bears. Any of them would make a great bit of news. Let's talk some Kansas City, where visions of Mahomes, running for his life in the Super Bowl, clearly still plaguing the Chiefs. So what do? Boom, you fix the problem. They went out and they got 2-time Pro Bowl tackle Orlando Brown Jr. from Baltimore for a package of draft picks. Hey, Chiefs got the full extreme makeover thing going with the offensive line this offseason. Look at that shiny little graphic we put together there.
Wow.
Brandon, the Chiefs' acquisition of Orlando Brown Jr. is blank.
Okay, here we go. I got excited at the top of this segment, and I went with this answer. No-brainer. Nick, this is a no-brainer. When you have Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback in the sport today, you have to protect him. I don't care how good he is. I don't care how smart he is. I don't care about the weapons he have around him. When you look at the wide receivers and you look at the tight ends, if this dude can't stand upright, then you're just wasting your investment in him. So for them to go out there after watching them in the Super Bowl and him getting just destroyed and bolster this offensive line with these guys says a lot about this team. They're smart, they understand it, they get it. So this is a no-brainer. You have to protect not only your best asset on your team, but the best asset in the National Football League. So this is a no-brainer, Nick.
And I'll add to that graphic we just showed, the Chiefs also have 2 offensive linemen coming back from COVID opt-outs. The doctor, Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, and their 3rd-round pick out of TCU, Lucas Yang, who when he was in college, Chase Young said that was the best offensive lineman he ever played against. They didn't have him last year. But my answer is this is utterly perplexing. Not for the Chiefs, but for Baltimore. The hell are the Ravens doing? Hey, over the last 4 years, who has the 2nd best record in the AFC? The Ravens. Who has the best? The Chiefs. Since Lamar's taken over, who's the only team Baltimore's played more than once and never beaten? The Chiefs. Why is the 2nd best team in the conference giving the best team in the conference help at the most critical position? And by the way, for the equivalent, once you do the math on all the draft stuff, like the 35th pick of the draft. It makes no sense to me why Baltimore did this. I don't get it. Eric DeCosta is a smart man. He's done a great job.
1 and 4 and a 5?
Why? Oh, but we got a 2 back.
That's what they.
We got it like a.
Yeah.
But we got a 2 back, so it ends up being like the equivalent of the 35th pick. Trade with anyone other than the Chiefs, Baltimore. I don't get it, Wild. So I'm happy for Kansas City, but I don't know why Baltimore's trading with the Chiefs.
Well, my answer, Jenna, is GM highlight reel. Football is a beautiful game, but some of the most influential plays don't happen on the field. They happen in the boardroom. So now, thanks to the Chiefs, we have some highlight reels of Brett Veach looking cool, making things happen. Usually it would just be a tweet from Schefter or Glazer or something, but now we get a visual representation of what it looks like to make a highlight. So good job, Chiefs social media.
He's got better highlights than Brady's backup down there in Tampa. I can't even remember his name now. All right, time for the weird and the wonderful from this weekend. How about Madison Bumgarner throwing